Hello and welcome to another week in our garden. Beautiful warm day. It's overcast but it's lovely and warm. There is wind blowing from the east, so I do apologise, you can hear the motorway a little bit in the background. Now today we're going to prune the blueberries, the gooseberries and the black and red currants. So we'll start with the blueberries because they're really ready for a pruning. You'll see when we get there. Now we have 2 blueberries in this box, and what I've done, I've put the Christmas tree through the shredder and put that in, and then I've top dressed it with some leaves. Now when I can get out in the next few days, hopefully, I'll buy 2 or 3 bags of ericaceous compost and put those on top of the leaves, just hold them down, help them rot. As regards feeding, we won't feed yet because if we feed too early we'll get a big flush of leaves, so we'll let the leaves come on and then we'll feed to get better, heavier berries. Now as you can see, there's quite a bit of pruning wants doing, especially these older pieces of wood, the light coloured, and there's a lot of crosses that need taking out, and a lot of these bottom ones that are not really doing much, we need to take those out as well so we can let the air in the bottom. So we'll start from the bottom and come upwards. The first one I'm going to take out is this one. Quite a job. That's it. Right, this one here is crossing over and rubbing on that one, and it's quite low down, so we take that one off as well. The idea is to remove the older grey stems, so these nice new green ones that are coming up in the centre, these will bear the fruit in the next year or so. Can you see them? There's more here, look. So this one's got a good break there with some new growth on, and this will take off. There you go. Try to cut as tight as you can to the bud, and then that makes it cleaner for you. These here, you can see, these are the fruit buds here. These are the fruiting buds, but they're very sparse, so this one could come off. And if you look at it, it's quite old wood anyway, so let's take that down. These whippy bits around the bottom, we'll take these out. That's dead anyway, and we'll take that one off. It's beginning to look a bit better in this area now. This one here, as you can see, is quite a bit of growth on it, but with it being quite a lot of flowering buds coming all over it, they will be small berries. So, and this is another old piece. Look, can you see how old and grey it is? So I think that one ought to come out as well. There it is. This here, look, this piece here is dead, so we take that off as we work our way up, and then we'll go to the other side and do that. So that's fine. Some more whippy bits down here, look, in the middle of the trees. It won't do any good down there anyway. Take that one out as well. These are your new growths coming up here now, look. So they really get going. This is fine, little bit of dead there. Take that off. It's just a case of working around it. This one will take out as well. There you go. Right, we're in this area now. Looking into it. This is old branch here, look, this old grey one, so as low as I can I'll take that off. Nearly. There it is. Take that out. It's opening it up now already, look. It's looking a lot better. These have all got flowering buds on, they're fine. So we'll leave those, plenty of room over here for them. This one I'll take out, look, that's no good down there. And that one. Now you can see all this at the bottom. We don't really want that. If you get berries down there, they'll be so low they won't mature very well. So let's have this open and get some air in there. There. Now it's just a case of going through, looking for dead pieces. This branch is quite old, but it's not silver yet, so I'm not going to touch that. I just need to go in there and take some of that out, and especially the ones that are dragging on the bottom, they need to come out. If you look here, see where this is dragging on the bottom, this one's coming up nicely. So if we take that one out and that one, all that strength now will go into that. Now this piece here, that's growing into the other bush next to it, so we can take that off, I think, get some air in that. So we'll take that off, I think. And this here, that's got a dead top on it, look, can you see? Take that off. Likewise that one's got a dead top on it, so we'll take that one off. Just a case of looking through them. I think myself, this one here is not doing anything in the middle. By the time the canopy's on, it won't make much, so we'll take that out. These little ones coming up, they're the ones that will take the place of the ones we've cut off, so we'll leave those. I think it just wants thinning a little bit round there, look. You can see here, these very low ones, I think those ought to come out. And that one's there's dead. This one's crossing, but actually it's not. But that's fine. Take that out. I think we ought to thin this a little bit here somewhere. We'll take that one. That one. No. This one here's got some dead on it, look, so we'll take that off. It might be as quick. Take that and that. Take the dead twigs off. I have to pick all those up later. While I'm here, I'll take that one off, but it's got a dead top anyway, but we'll be doing that one separate. That doesn't look too bad at all, I don't think. That's fine. We'll leave it at that. Before we start on this one, I just clean the secateurs. I use these Dettol wipes, they're quick and they can be quite easily thrown away once you've used them. Just wipe the secateurs over with them. But if you do it, remember to do it between bushes. Right, we'll have a look at this. Well, that one is definitely got to come out. As you can see, it's one of the oldest ones in there. And that one, we'll probably take that one out there. This one here is very old as well. And then we'll remove some of this twiggy material in between and then thin out. Well, let's see what we can do. I'm going to take that one off there because that stinks. I'll take this one out so I can get to the other one. And that one, I think. There you go, it's better. Now we can get to this one. That's thinned that out quite well, hasn't it? Now there's some here, look, that's really badly crossing, so that one will have to come out. Here, this one, it's growing into the gate, so we'll take that one away. But you can see there's already one growing up there to replace it. So these twiggy bits can come off. To let the air into the bottom of the bush. This one is not quite old, but I might just take that one off because it's catching on there. In here, look, take these out. These are your new shoots that are growing up. These will replace the ones we've just taken. Not trimming any of the tops unless it's got dead pieces on it, then I should trim those back. But like this one here, it's got a dead branch on it, look, so we'll just take those off. Just in case of tidying up once you've done your main pruning. And I think I'll just stand back and have a look. Just going to take these dead pieces off here and off the top here, just in case they do rot and then you'll get disease into the rest of the bush. This branch here that's brushing against us as we walk down, I'll take that off. I don't want to take too much off. We've got all the old wood out. This will encourage new growth, but obviously that new growth is not going to fruit this year. So that's why we're not touching a lot of it, because that's going to fruit this year for us, and then these new shoots will come up and they'll be ready for next year. And I'm quite pleased now I've got the blueberries done. Yeah, I'll just show you, there are leaves coming. Now these three here, currant bushes, are black currants. I'm just wiping the secateurs just to sterilise them before we do it. Remember though, when you've put this Dettol etc on the secateurs, when you finish, really clean them up and get the white wool on them, as you'll find they'll go rust. Now, to keep the black currant producing well, the rule, basic rule anyway, is to remove about 1/3 of the growth per year, and that keeps new growth coming up all the time. It's very, very similar to blueberries actually. So we need to take about 1/3 out. One's down here where the fruit is going to be born. So what we want to look at the bush as a whole, and I can see if I take that one out and that one right down at the bottom, That's about a third of this plant gone, so that will do. I'll just take that cane out. Once they've been removed, and there'll be more space in the middle so the air can flow through it, and it'll be a lot easier to pick as well. So you can see these new ones coming up, but we need to get that one out like that. This one as well, and that'll do that push. See if there's anything like that that's dead, look, so we'll take that off. All these new shoots coming out, these won't flower this year obviously, and fruit, there'll be next year's fruit, but then we'll be removing some of these by then. This other black currant will do the same. If we take that one, if we take those two, then that will open this up, make a nice airflow. Just pop these two out, look. We need to take that out, that's crossing over a lot. And then we'll just take that top off that one because it's dead. And then that black currant is now finished as well, so it'll be a nice cone shape. I'll just wipe the secateurs, and this is actually a white currant, but you do it very much similar to the red currants as well, where you open the centre up so it's a nice cone shape and it lets all the air and light in the middle. But if you look at it, if I sort of take those three out there, then there'll be plenty of room in there, and then we'll just check for anything that's dead or rubbing. We'll take those out as well. So it's just these three in my hand now, and I think they'll do a good job. I'll take this out. If you don't prune them, I think you'll find that the bush will get so thick, and then the quality of the fruit will go down because the air and the light is just not getting to them. But we'll take that off as well, I think. There you go. It's this one I'm going to take out because it's rubbing and twisted round that branch there. So we'll take that out. There's a new piece coming off it there, so we'll just take it out there. I think that will do the white currant for this year. Do the red currants very similar to where we just did this white currant, and that will be fine. Now I found a glove so I can cut the gooseberries. It's very similar again, where we need a nice open plant so the air can get in here. So you can more or less see by removing these and these twiggy bits that the air will circulate nicely. Then we go round the bottom because they're notorious for sending bottom shoots out, which actually root again, and you've got a problem then of cutting it all back. So we'll do the top first and then we'll go around the bottom. You won't be losing much fruit by just taking a couple out. If you take that one and a few of these twiggy bits out, that'll open the inside of this plant up, and then we'll have a look round for the rest of it. So let's just take this off. They're sharp. These cuttings off the gooseberries I always take down to the incinerator and burn. Everything else, the currants and the blueberry etc., can all go through the shred, can all go through the shredder and be put into the compost bin. But there's no way will I put these in. They're absolutely full of thorns. Let's just take these twiggy bits out so we can get some air flow down there. Now you can see the next one growing up there already, look. So they'll soon thicken up again. I'll just take this thorn out my hand, that's it. We'll take that one off as well, and that one. Now you can see where this is grown up against this post. Well, the post will be painted soon, so I don't want any of the paint on this plant, so I'm going to take these out that are rubbing on the post anyway. So let's add these out. There's one. Ouch. And there's the other one. I think I'll go around here to cut that. Should be better from this angle. As low as you possibly can, because we don't want side shoots coming off and growing into the soil. I just can't get to it. That's it. Quite a strong one, that one. Now if we just clean these off, look, there and there. Now when I come to do the post, I can put that patio cleaner on it that will take all this mould off it and then paint it. I'll just look around it, see if there's anything very low down I need to take off, which is not as a bit busy just there. Let's thin that out a bit. I think that one's alright. That one's fine. I think we ought to have some of these off here. Look. That's better. If you're doing your pruning and every now and again you stop and have a good look at your plant, you soon see where you want to cut the next piece off or not. Again, cutting these centres out, the gooseberries will let the air flow in, and you also get a little bit bigger berry as well. I'll finish the rest, there's only 6 more to do, and next week we'll go down at the bottom and we'll do the apple tree. We'll winter prune that. It should be alright, it's not putting leaf on yet, and I want to be quite hard on that for next week. And we'll winter wash it, and we'll put some more tree grease on it as well, and get it all ready for the spring when it will come hopefully into leaf. So that'll be it for this week. Thank you for all your correspondence this week, welcoming us back onto the garden. We do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Take care everyone. Bye now.